I'm Carlton Sharp, pastor of Faith Christian Center Church, right here in Beaumont, Texas. And we're here on what's happening in our neighborhood. And today my special guest is Mr. Stacey Lewis. Welcome back, Stacey.
Thank you for having me. Good to see you.
Now, Stacey, you are the recreational director of for the city of Beaumont. Is that correct?
I'm the division manager.
You're the division manager. So what does that mean?
Parks and Recreation is divided into two parts. One part being parks, another part being recreation. We have a director, and then there's a division manager for each one park and one recreation, and I'm all things recreation.
So how long you been doing this, Stacey?
Well, I started in this business in 1995. I had a 7-year hiatus after 5 years, and I've been back in 11. So do the math, 18 years with the city.
Yeah. But now, Stacey, you're more than just working for the Parks and Recreation Department for the city of Beaumont. You're also a minister of the gospel.
Bless his high name. Bless his high name.
Hey, so we're going to start off with that because you have an event coming up real soon.
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about that.
It's our G for G, which is Gifts of Grace Ministry, our annual spring youth revival. And it's going to be March 19th and the 20th, and it'll be at the House of Prayer Missionary Baptist Church, located at 3350 Washington Boulevard, the old Antioch Church. Eddie McGriff is a pastor there. Our evangelist, he's coming for his 10th year, is Pastor Theophilus Berry out of the Greater True Light Baptist Church of Houston, Texas. He's a giant of a man and preacher.
Yeah. So what is G for G?
It's Gifts of Grace Ministry. And the concept was designed that they had hundreds and hundreds of programs designed for people who would run afoul of the law and do things not so well, that they get them back on track. And we decided to try to reward kids who are already staying on track, that don't fall into those bad situations. So what we did was we organized and we started rewarding kids for making good grades as well as community service. And to date, we've had, I think, 14 children graduate through our program.
Wow.
Go on to college and receive scholarships in that manner. And so we do community service events, not just church. We're out in the street, clean community projects, Christmas programs, back to school giveaways, things that matter to people.
So you're actually building these young people to be community oriented by making sure that they put their hands to the plow, basically.
That's the drive.
That's the drive.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I mean, the Bible says to train up a child in the way they should go, and when they're old, they won't depart from it.
Preach, Reverend.
You're gonna make me preach it. Yeah, you are.
Preach, Reverend.
But that's a wonderful thing that you're doing with G for G.
And we're excited about it, and we want folks to come out and support it, not only to see what we do, but hear a great word. And we also, during those times, that the offering is what helps us continue to be able to help people. And to date, we've distributed over $52,000 to young folk going to school.
Wow!
So we're proud of that.
Yeah. That's a great number, $52,000.
Yes, sir.
For scholarships.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. Now, okay. So, Stacey, now let's get back to some other things that transpired over our city, especially during Hurricane Harvey.
Yes.
Like we were talking before we got on set. We were both out there in the streets doing the work that needed to be done. So let's talk about that for a little bit.
Man, I just believe that one, the storm. I think it was God's design. In my estimation, Reverend, that, he, in his infinite wisdom, that he leveled the playing field. Again, with all his people, in need of him. And he allowed us to, we allowed the rain to be slow and steady.
Yeah, it was.
Sat in one place. And that it, an attempt to galvanize people, bring us together. And I think for those moments that people put political persuasions, aspirations, or whatever they were, put those down, right? I think they put divisive things such as religious beliefs or not.
Yeah.
Put those down, and we all put our hands together, and we work.
And the thing about that, Stacey, was, I mean, that wasn't even race involved. I mean, there was no black and white, because everybody was in the same position.
Well, it was the human race.
It was the human race.
And that
exactly.
was it.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah.
I think, again, there was a blessing in the storm. Through it all, people lost a lot. People lost a lot of things. And it wasn't just designated for one economical group or, again.
Or ethnic group. Yeah,
right, that's
yeah.
it.
Everybody was in that same boat, man.
Yes,
It was people helping people. I mean, and you were out there in the streets, and we were out there in the streets just trying to make it happen for folks.
I think that's our charge, to try to help people.
Yeah.
So what have we learned?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't.
It's been 6 months since, a little bit over 6 months since the storm passed. Do you find it that we reverted back to the old way, the separation of religion, the separation of race, the separation of economic groups? So did you, I mean, as an organizer, do you see that?
Yeah, I think we forgot again.
Wow.
Once the sun started shining and the water receded, we were back to onions and garlic.
Wow.
Right? I think we trying to get back to Egypt all over again. And I just don't know what he has to do, again, to tell us as a nation, as a people, that one, that we're all dependent upon him, right? Two, that we all need each other, right? And that we're all connected, and I see that moreover transcending from the White House, all the way down to local government, as well as in our communities, that we forgot.
Yeah.
How we pulled together, how we got to this point. And my let's use a big word today, my chagrin is affected because I can see things catastrophic happening again if we don't learn from these lessons.
Well, hopefully we can get to that place to where we understand, all of us understand that, hey, listen, it's about all of us being united together.
Absolutely.
Because we all need each other.
Reverend, I believe this in my whole heart, that God does not have any stepchildren. He just don't.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
So I pray that there were some lessons learned that we can reflect and look back and say, hey, regardless of denomination or affiliation or without, that we all on the same sheet of music, or we're all connected.
Right. And that's what's going to be important in the days to come. But so now let's get to some of the activities as the recreational division manager of the city of Beaumont. You have some things coming up. First of all, you have an Easter egg hunt coming up in March 24th at the Magnolia Park.
Yes, sir. It's our annual Easter egg hunt. We always 1 week ahead of Good Friday, if you will, because what we try to do is give our employees an opportunity to spend those days with their family as well. In the past, we do plastic candy-filled eggs, and we also provide Easter baskets as winning prizes. Last year, we gave out about 15, giant Easter baskets, and we hid 7,000 eggs. And it took the staff and some volunteers about 2 hours to put the eggs out in the park. And it took those children about 20 minutes, to pick them up. And so that's on the 24th. We start at noon. If you get there after 12 o'clock and you there about 12:30, you probably missed out.
So hold on, Stacey. So it took 2 hours to put all the eggs down.
Yes, sir.
And 20 minutes, that's
20 minutes.
1/10 of the time it took.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They get at it. And it's for children 12 and under. And we separate, so The 12-year-old is not competing with the 2-year-old. There's a kiddie area that's designated. It's just a good feel, and we're glad to be able to do it.
Okay. Now, also, you have the summer youth camp coming up, Learn and Grow.
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about that.
It's our annual day camp, Learn and Grow day camp, and it's for children ages 5 through 11. We try to make it economical. The sign-up begins on April 2nd, and there's some early bird specials that's available, and that'll be posted on our website as well. We don't just play. We do some sort of academic curriculum. Every day we read, or we do some mathematical equations and things of that nature. We go on field trips anywhere local that most people go out and play and do things of that nature. We do that. We play basketball, football,
Swim?
Swim. Yeah, we have a pool that's right there. There's swim lessons, a ball, and things of that nature. And it's a good fit. And I've been doing summer camp since 1995.
Wow.
So that's what I do. I love our young people.
Now, there's a cost associated with the summer camp.
Yes, sir.
So how much is the cost for the summer camp?
Well, the early bird special is $75 per session, and we'll run that for 2 weeks. So you sign up for $150 will take care of you for the entire summer.
Okay, yes. So how many weeks are we talking about for the $150?
10.
10 weeks.
Yes, sir.
So that's $15 a week.
Yes, sir. $3 a day.
$3 a day.
They can't stay home next year. Right?
Hold up now, because I don't want to move too fast, because this is important, because only $3 a day, and lunch is provided, correct?
Lunch is provided. Lunch and discipline.
Lunch and discipline.
Yes, sir. I'm on site. Lunch and discipline is provided.
So what are the times for the camp?
We take children as early as 7:30. You got to pick them up 4 o'clock all day.
Wow, for $3?
$3.
Stacey, hold up, man. $3 a day.
$3, right? Somebody's gonna miss the boat, right?
Yeah. That's why I'm emphasizing this so much. $3.
$3
a day.
a day.
For all the activities.
All activities.
Swimming. Basketball. Football. Field trip. And lunch. And discipline. For $3 a day.
The same $3.
The same $3.
Yes, sir.
Not $3 for each one of those things.
No, sir. The same $3.
Man.
You can't beat it with a stick.
Now, has the summer camp grown over the years?
Yay, and it ebbs and flows. My first year ever doing summer camp, I had 368 kids, and that was too many. I actually had 32 workers, and those were too many as well. And so we dwindled it down, and we try to take the first 200. We can adequately supervise, 200 kids.
Yeah.
And they're not all over the place. We have adequate supervision. All the counselors are at least 18 years of age, and then we have our full-time staff there as well. So it's a good field, and I'm on campus almost every day, well, at least most of the day. And then the camp supervisor, he's an educator for 15 years. He's a coach, and since I'm changing the program, I bring him back every year.
Yeah, it works.
And it's been working. It's been successful. Minimal problems.
Yeah, but I want to make sure that those who are watching today understand, hey, this is a great opportunity for you to bring your children or even your grandchildren for $3 a day. You can't beat that with a stick. And with all of the activities that they have to keep them involved, not only just the physical activities, but also the educational activities that they get as a result of being in this camp.
Yes, sir. And just to understand how long it spans, school is out, I think, the 11th, the 6th or the 7th.
Yeah.
Maybe the 9th. That's when graduation is.
Yeah.
We're going to start that Monday, June the 11th, right? And our camp will run all the way into the Thursday before school starts, so August 9th. So you can go from June 11th until August the 9th for camp for $150.
Yeah, because school will be out on June the 8th. Graduation, I think, is the 9th.
Right.
And then, so you're going to start on the 11th.
Right. So their parents, they have to go to work. You don't have to find anywhere, for them to be. You can get them signed up now. And that's the early bird special. The price will change after the first 2 weeks, and it'll go up to $100 per session, or $200 for the entire summer, which isn't a great deal of money. Some places are paying $200. You're paying $200 a week.
So then you're gonna be paying less than $5.
Yes.
You're still less than $5 either way it goes.
So same situation.
Now, Stacey, this is for all kids.
Yes, sir.
Not just kids from one side of town.
Oh, no.
See, and I think people misunderstand just because it's at the Pruitt Center or at Magnolia Park that it's only for one area of town.
I think people need to understand that this is the only activity center in the city of Beaumont. Regardless, there's not another facility like this in Beaumont.
Wow.
It's been there since 1995, and we've seen ebbs and flows of different ethnicities come in. But this past year, just to talk about it just a little bit, there was a great deal of children from Asian descent. Like they just got the message, and they came in droves, a lot of them. And they signed up for both sessions. The parents were receptive to what we were doing, even though it might have been somewhat culturally different. Kids are kids,
right?
And they got along fine. And we promote harmony and
unity
and excellence in both of those categories.
Now, just think about this, Stacey. Now, earlier in our segment, we were talking about the divisions that we have in our community, and you can't be blinded to the fact that we do have divisions.
Absolutely.
But what better way to cure those divisions by having our kids come together and start with that generation to break the bands of division in our community.
I think our children teach us a lot.
They do. Yes. Yes.
I read a book that said everything I needed to know I learned in kindergarten, right? And it spawns a lot that when we're playing, right? Kids are just playing. Kids are just getting along. That foolishness of hatred and differences, I think that's taught by adults, and shame on us for not showing them, how it's supposed to go.
I was one of our members' grandkids had a situation just recently where of course she's of African descent, and sixth grader, and was playing with her friend who happens to be white, and her parents told her that she couldn't play with the African American kid because she was colored. Now, you would think that in the year that we live in now, that wouldn't be an issue.
But it is.
But it is.
If I can give you a small story, I grew up in Lake City, Florida, and that society was segregated by Jim Crow laws and things of that nature. At my 25th reunion, I had a friend. He's been a friend since kindergarten. He's white. His name is Brian Nicholson. Great friend of mine. He thought well enough at the reunion, he was the president, that he needed to bring this up. That he thanked his mother and his father for helping him understand that Stacey was his friend, and Stacey never had to be his black friend.
Wow.
Right? Way back then.
Yeah. That's good, man.
Way back then, that's 45 years ago.
Wow.
Right? That he was able to thank his parents for teaching him that Stacey was his friend, and I never had to be his black friend, Stacey.
No other qualifier, but just friend.
I was his friend.
Yeah.
And we remain friends to this day. That's my friend.
Wow. That's good. Okay, so that's the summer camp. $3 a day, people. $3 a day if you register on April the 2nd. There's a 2-week window. I think you said 2-week window.
Ending on the 13th.
Ending on the 13th. So the April the 2nd to the 13th.
Yes, sir.
$3 a day. After that, it's
$100.
It's $100 a session, but that's still less than $5.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But now you also have the summer track club, the Beaumont Track Club.
Absolutely. Beaumont Track Club is in its, I think, 31st year
Wow.
of existence. It's a wonderful opportunity for our local athletes to get together. We're taught by professionals, people who've gone on to do well in track as well. Great group of volunteers. We had a great group of parents. Hit a few hurdles, if you would.
Yeah.
Last year, but we were able to bounce back and do well. And our kids participated in local and regional meets. That we had enough track speed and power to prevail at Galena Park, right? That the Beaumont Track Club placed 54 kids in the state meet.
Wow.
Larger than Dallas, larger than Houston, larger than San Antonio. There's no other club in the state of Texas that sent that many children to the state meet.
Wow.
Beaumont. And we actually had a kid that ran with us out of Orangeville, right? And he happened to be the state athlete of the year. And we're proud of it.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had some, we didn't just go to the state meet. We went to the state meet, we competed well, and we brought back some hardware. We won some gold and a few other awards. So we're proud of the kids that went down there. Now the registration for the Beaumont Track Club also begins the 2nd of April, and that's $125. Ending on the 13th. If you register after the 13th, then it will be $150. But you can't beat that, and that includes uniforms and dynamic training.
Now, Stacey. So let me ask this question. So will the Beaumont Track Club conflict with the summer camp?
Not at all. Those kids, many of them do multiple things. So practice is, I think, 5:30 in the evening.
Oh, man.
And so after camp is over, then if you're participating in Beaumont Track, and then you can run Beaumont Track Club up to age 18. And so we're on one of the local school tracks. Last year we were at Ozan. In the previous years it was at Westbrook, and I believe we'll be at Ozan again this year, practicing 3 days a week.
Beaumont Unified.
Yes, sir. Sorry. Go Timberwolves.
That's right.
Yeah.
The U.
The U. The
Yeah,
U.
the U.
The U.
Look, we already started that.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, though.
Go Wolves. Right. So we're looking forward to competing again and having our student athletes in the place to be.
So again, parents don't think that the track club will interfere with the summer camp, because it won't.
Not at all.
Because the summer camp goes from 7 to 4.
Right.
The track club is from 5:30
until 7:30.
Until 7:30.
Right. And we practice, and then we have meets sometime throughout the week. It's in the summer, as well as Saturday outings, the way we have track meets.
So Stacey, I just had a little thought. So really, parents, if you want your children to be tired by the time they get home,
enroll them in both, right?
Enroll them in both of them. That's what I'm thinking.
And they're going to be out of there. You're going to go to bed, you're going to wake them up the next morning. As you on your way to work, you dropping them off to their job.
Start all over again.
All over again. That's what I did with my 3 children. I kept them busy. They went to summer camp, and they participated also in extracurricular activities. And they were wore out when we got home. Take a bath, go to bed.
Okay, so then on the weekend, I believe, you have the movie nights.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so after they finish the summer camp, after they finish the track, then they come watch a movie.
Absolutely. And we're starting movies. Our first movie will be April 22nd, and we'll do it in subsequent months, all the way up until the Friday. We have one movie on a Friday, and that'll be the Friday prior to the back to school, or school going back. That'll be August the 10th.
Okay.
And that's at Magnolia Park. But all of our movies and our events we posted on our website.
Okay.
So we're having a good family-oriented movie. The worst rating that you'll ever get is a PG-13 movie. But we try to show things that are current.
Yeah.
That's just leaving the movie, new releases. It's the Rain or Shine event, and it's in one of the local parks here in Beaumont.
And that's good. And so actually, families can picnic, during that time, and watch a movie together.
And they're free.
And whoa, hold up a second. You put the big word in there.
That's the operative word. Reverend, they're free.
Wow.
All of them. They'll be at different parks. We're at Wuthering Heights, which is on Delaware. We do a movie at Rogers Park. We do a movie at the Athletic Complex, as well as Central Park and Magnolia Park. And we spread it around throughout. The movies are shown on a giant 16-foot screen with Bose speakers. It's just like the old drive-in movies when we were children.
Yeah.
But,
That's how people recognize it.
Bring your blankets and your popcorn, etc. And sometimes we even pop popcorn and give it away to children. And it's just a good event.
Yeah.
Right? Good thing to do with your family.
Yeah.
Bring your blanket.
Now, it's not going to be the same movie, so people understand it's not going to be the same movie at each park. It's going to be a different movie every month.
I know one movie is that I'm certainly going to make sure that we show is it was a box office hit. It was Jumanji. You know, with the Rock.
Yeah.
And my kids enjoyed it, and we're going to make sure we play that one time. But there's going to be, you know, if we have 5 movies, it'll be 5 different movies. Right? And the showtime is going to be the same. Dusk.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And now that's going to happen on Saturdays, except for the last one is going to be on a Friday night.
Right.
Okay. All right. So now then you also are having an activity, the Moonlight Bicycle Ride.
That's exciting. We're looking forward to doing that. It's an annual event. I think this is in its 18th year as well. The registration is at, you can do it online with www.beaumontrecreation.com, or you can register at Bicycle Sports. That's one of our partners. We partner with Bicycle Sports and the Beaumont Police to provide a safe 14.1 bicycle ride. And there's no competition. It's for the novice as well as the racer. And we converge upon Rogers Park each year. That's going to be on a Friday night. And it's a rain or shine event. Last year we had about 700 riders come out. Those who don't make it, we have a poop wagon, if you call. And if you have either physical or mechanical malfunctions, you know, someone's there to assist you, help you out. Helmets aren't required, but they're they're preferred.
You recommend that.
Recommend helmets, but they got people that's giving out lights and everything. And it was, I mean, you see families out. And last year, I was excited to see the Durso family came out. Gabe and everybody rode except for Paul, but he showed up at the park and he didn't. But it was just, great camaraderie. And those are people from all walks of life.
Yeah.
There's a DJ. We give out hundreds of door prizes. I mean, great things. Dinner for 2, free vaccinations at the veterinarian shops, free dog haircuts. I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
And so they even give away a nice bike. Eric Bender from Bicycle Sports gave away an $800 bike last year.
Wow.
And so it's a good deal. And that's going to be May the 11th at Rogers Park.
Now, so that people understand, it's also with a police escort.
All the way through.
Yeah.
All the way through. Police escort. We haven't had, thank God, we haven't had any incidents. We had an accident or two, it just happens.
Yeah. You got 700 bicycles,
right. No incidents at all. And years ago, and my wife is a girly girl. You know my wife. She is all girl, right? She's ridden twice, and prior to that, she hadn't ridden a bike since she left French High School, and so she got on a bike and she made the entire trip.
Wow.
So you can handle it.
So that's on May 11th.
Yes.
And
sir.
then in June you have the Juneteenth celebration over at Terrell Park.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that as well. That's an annual event. People come out. The city provides tents and jump stations and things of this nature. We're loaded with vendors serving everything from crawfish to pineapple laden drinks, barbecue, fried fish, chicken. But the music is what's going on. It's Zydeco, R&B, and jazz. And our headliner again, for the 11th year is Brian Jack.
Wow.
He does a phenomenal job, the entire night. And so we'll start. People will get out there as early as 9, 10 o'clock that morning, setting up their tents, in the area at Terrell Park. But the music starts at noon, and we wrap up about 8:30, 9 o'clock that night.
Now you said that there's going to be food vendors out there, right?
Yes, sir.
The vendors. So,
Yes, sir.
so it's going to be a cost for the food. It's not going to be.
Right.
Yeah. I want people to understand that. Don't get out there on that June 16th and say, well, Stacey said they're going to have some barbecue and fish and all that. Where's that?
Right. Well, it's going to be at those people's trailers and things of that nature. But the city does provide some stuff for kids. There's a 2-hour block that I give away free snow cones, sodas, Capri Suns, if you will, snow cones, at just for that break.
Uh-huh.
But when that ends, then we encourage you to go out and spend with your local business people.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
They're out
yeah.
there trying
Support.
to,
Yeah.
And it's always great, and I try to eat from as many people as I can. It's almost like,
Man, you're going to gain some weight doing that.
I have. But who's counting? We're not worried about it.
Who counting?
Not anymore. At 50, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yes. So.
Okay, and so finally you have now. So man, I mean that's a power-packed summer already.
Yes, sir.
But then you have the final thing is the back-to-school giveaway.
Yes, sir. We're excited about that as well. I'm probably most proud of this event because people from all over, the Golden Triangle. I get as much help from those ladies in Port Arthur, that come here and help our community as I do as people here. And it's different sororities, other social and civic groups, trail riding groups, nonprofit organizations, and churches. We all pool in together and we figure out what we can do to help kids go back to school. And it's separated from the preschooler all the way to the high schooler. And we do free immunizations that day.
Wow.
Visual acuity, blood pressure checks. I try to have a dental screening, and we do a blood drive as well. And we plan for weeks and weeks, and this event goes by pretty fast as well.
Yeah.
We open the doors at 8 o'clock, and usually, probably by 10:30, we've given out anywhere between 800 to 1,000 bags of school supplies. We don't skimp. We give away nice things. And I want to applaud the community for coming together, understanding that we give hand-ups, not necessarily handouts.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yes, sir.
Well, listen, I want to thank Stacey for coming today and sharing with us all these activities. Let me just give you a rundown real quick. First of all, there's going to be his youth revival, G for G, March the 19th. So get with him on that. Then also for all the city activities will be online, but the dates are the Easter egg hunt is going to be at Magnolia Park on March the 24th. To sign up for the summer camp and the Beaumont Track Club begins April the 2nd through the 13th. April 2nd through the 13th. Then the movie nights start in April, and it moves around from park to park. Again, all of this will be on the website. The Moonlight Bicycle Ride is May the 11th. This is their 18th year doing it. And so if you're a cyclist, you want to join in. And then in June is going to be the Juneteenth celebration on June 16th at Terrell Park, 12 o'clock. And then to close it out is going to be the Back to School Supply Drive, August the 11th. So as you can see, there are so many things that our community can get involved in if you just take the time to go and look. Now, I put the web address right there on the screen so that you could find all the information you need to find out about all the city activities. So I want to thank Stacey for joining us, and I want to thank you for joining us here on What's Happening in Our Neighborhood, and we will see you next time on our broadcast.